Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a quick little comparison here between the LG G6 and the LG V20 phone, which was LG's last flagship of 2016. So these are coming in at quite expensive. I think you can get the V20 a little bit more affordable now than the brand new LG G6. And they definitely have some differences that you need to be aware of. Maybe you have a V20 and are thinking to, upgrade to the G6 here. And overall, I'd say that the G6 is a solid upgrade in the main areas which count. It probably could have been better, in terms of picking a better processor, etc. But we can see the main upgrades here. First things first, I would say the screen, while it is still a little bit dim on the G6, is an upgrade here. You can see a little bit better in terms of the colours and the contrast level, which on the V20 was good, but they're still using an LCD like IPS. Hopefully with the next series of G and V phones, they will bring their screen technology into the phones, because they use really good screen technology like OLED displays. So and they build actually OLED displays for the manufacturers. LG does, I think, for Xiaomi. So kind of weird how they continue to avoid it with their own phones. But I think the main difference you'll see here is the ratio difference, which we have this really amazing ratio, which allows for a much more compact phone compared to the V20, which feels a little bit big in comparison. I mean, this is a big phone. Obviously, I think it's like 5.7 or 5.8, and it certainly feels massive here. But I think the G6 definitely makes use of its size a little bit better here, which is good. Next thing to talk about is the dual display, which you don't get on the G6, and you will be missing that if you do go to the G6. The dual display does allow you to set like a custom name at the top. It allows you to do stuff when you're playing games, etc., watching content. So it definitely has some use to it, and even HTC started to copy on its latest flagship. So it's a very innovative idea by LG, which you do miss from the G6 series of phones. The G6 does strike back with the bigger battery though. I think the battery is 3,300 mAh, whereas on the V20 I think you're only getting about 3,000, and I found the battery to be quite average on the V series phones. I don't know why they don't just put a massive 4,000 battery in there, because 3,000 isn't really enough to power such a massive display. So I think the battery life is going to be a little bit better on the G6 overall. They both do come with some very nice camera tech in there. They both come with a dual camera here, as you can see, but the dual camera in the G6 has been improved to the point where they have the same sensor now, so you're not going to get any quality degradation when you do use the wide camera. Also, the G6 comes with all the great recording modes of the V20, such as the manual video recording mode, which is pretty much unsurpassed when it comes to the V20. So I have been out and about with the G6 taking some shots here, and you can see the quality is absolutely mind-blowing. Don't let the fact that it's using a slightly older sensor put you off the phone, because honestly I've not seen a massive problem with having that. Actually, still is very comparable to the top end phones here. It shoots fast and has amazing stability as well with the the video recording. So the camera experience is absolutely fantastic. But the V20 is still good in itself. I wouldn't say that's a reason to upgrade to the G6 in itself, because they put a lot of hard work into the V20. It still has the wide lens as well. So you can see it shoots fast. The quality is fantastic, and both of them have amazing cameras here. In terms of the actual internal specifications, you are getting a slightly better processor in the G6. It's Snapdragon 821 versus Snapdragon 820. I think the 821 is just a slightly better version of the 820, so that's not going to be a massive deal day to day, but you might notice it a little bit better when it comes to gaming, etc. Overall, another thing which the V20 had in terms of an advantage was that it had the widest availability of the quad DAC technology, which you only get the quad DAC with certain versions of the LG G6. I do actually have it with this phone because I got it from the Korea model, so I have the quad DAC here, which is nice to have, but if you're getting it from somewhere else, you might miss that out when you do get it on the V20, which was a good thing to add. The other thing as well with the V20 is that I think you can pop out the battery. So let me just turn off the phone first, so we don't because I used to do that with the G5. I used to just pop the battery out, and I don't think it's good for it. Yes, so the back opens here. So you can see we do have a removable battery here, and you can get access to that and then put a new one in straight away. Very good, you know, when your battery does degrade after a year, because even though your battery life's good today, it doesn't mean it's going to be good in a year's time. Whereas the G6 follows a trend with Samsung. You are getting fixed, I think, battery here with no accessibility. I mean, it looks very nice, but I definitely think they could have, you know, put removable battery in there, considering the price of the phone. But the G6 does come with its own advantage here, with the full waterproofing, dustproofing, you know, IP68 resistance. So that is going to, you know, give you some reassurance compared to the V20, which doesn't come with any of that, unfortunately. Another thing is that the actual feel of the hand of the G6 feels like so much better in comparison to the V20. The V20 feels good, but it's a little bit plasticky still. But this one feels amazing. Got to say, you know, every it feels like it was worth every like dollar or whatever you spent for it. So, you know, they definitely improved the build quality here, making nice metal chamfering around the edges. So, you know, I think there's definitely some reasons to consider each phone here. You know, I think obviously the V20 still has the dual display. It's going to be a cheaper price for the V20. You get a removable battery. You're getting, you know, still a very good camera. Probably not quite as good as the G6. But I think if you have got a V20 and you're looking to move to the G6, I think this is a solid upgrade overall. You know, I think maybe you should wait a couple of months for the price to come down, because that's what usually happens with LG. You know, the phones do come out quite expensive and then they come down in price after 2 months. So, or you could wait for the V30, which is rumored to come with you know, AMOLED display and all the good stuff. So there's definitely a reason to wait, because the V20 is still very relevant. But yeah, you know, overall I'm quite happy with the G6 phone. I think it's upgraded the areas which I was looking for. It could be better though, overall. Hope you found the video helpful if you're looking at these two, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.